All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Faugno, Chief Executive Officer at 1Password, and I am thrilled to be here with Chris Sullivan, Vice President of Americas Channels and Alliances at AWS. Chris, thank you so much for joining me. It is a big moment for both of us. AWS recently launched the new AI agents and tools category, and congratulations. And 1Password debuted the MCP server for Trellica by 1Password as a featured partner. We're very grateful for that. We're excited about this launch and the broader momentum we're building with AWS, from new AI agent infrastructure to a shared vision for how trust, security, and usability can scale together. Today, we're talking about how organizations can take advantage of AI's incredible potential while staying grounded in trust, security, and real-world business needs. So, Chris, I'll start with the big one. What trends are you seeing right now from AWS customers when it comes to AI adoption and automation?
So, first off, thanks for having me, David. I appreciate the work we do together, and it's always great to be able to sit down and share some of that innovation and strategy with our customers. So thanks for having me, and thanks for the partnership as always. As far as what customers are asking for, obviously we're all focused around AI and agentic, right? Across all industries, we're seeing incredible use cases, we're seeing incredible acceleration, but there are concerns, right? There are requirements for customers around security, around governance, around control, around the guardrails and the confidence that they can take advantage of these capabilities, take advantage of these technologies, and do so with confidence that their organization, their data, their builders, their team members are all protected and secure. So, whether it's the customer event we just had at the AWS Partner Summit in New York, the customer summit the next day, the momentum, the acceleration, you mentioned the AI agents and tools categories. We also launched Kiro, a new IDE for developers. We launched support for Claude for enterprise. But the truth is that without trusted partners like 1Password, without the innovation that you're bringing, our customers won't be able to take advantage of these capabilities as quickly and as ubiquitously as we believe they need to support their business. So, like you said in the beginning, it's a great time for both of us.
Yeah. Appreciate that, and I'm equally excited about the future of partnering with you together. What made AWS choose to include 1Password as a featured partner for the launch of the AI agents and tools category in the AWS marketplace?
Well, I think as you know, we've seen tremendous acceleration together, right? We have an SCA to support the governance and the work that we do together. Your presence on marketplace and the growth and adoption of our customers leveraging your technology. That's really that's the barometer for AWS and for Amazon more broadly, is customers. We work backwards from their needs. We work backwards from their votes of confidence in the technologies and solutions that they need. And so just in the last couple of years, the work that we've done together and the volume of customer adoption is significant and strategic to us. So it really was a non-decision for us to ensure that we work together to have 1Password included in the launch, right? The trust, the simplicity, and I mentioned governance a couple of times already. That's real value for customers, so we never hesitated. It was a great opportunity for both organizations. I mentioned the SCA, and this is something that I get the opportunity to work with partners in this kind of framework, or as we like to say at Amazon, within this mechanism quite a bit. But I'd love you to share, what's your perspective on the SCA, and what does it mean? How is it helping 1Password as a business and your partnership with AWS?
Look, I think you said it perfectly. These partnerships, they have to start with the customer in mind. We have a strong history of collaborating with AWS to bring enhanced capability and security to our joint customers. One example is how we've utilized the Nitro enclaves to leverage confidential computing in use cases like provisioning and analytics, where we never have to violate customer trust and we never have to expose raw credentials. We can stick to our data privacy and our security principles because we can partner with you on the product level and leverage that capability. Another, going the other way, is really enabling the AWS AI tools to be used securely. One of the things we've seen resonate with developers is this demo that I recently shared with you, where it shows how a developer working with Kiro can go from an idea to a spec to a secure and full-featured app in minutes. And what makes it so powerful is that it uses both 1Password and AWS Secrets Manager together, integrated seamlessly, to handle secrets the right way without hard-coding credentials or juggling files. It's just really a smooth developer experience, and it's built on real-world best practices for security. So when we have that foundation, it's just logical to lean in together. And so now this strategic collaboration agreement with AWS goes far beyond like product distribution. It represents a real alignment to us in how we think about helping our joint customers adopt the cloud and AI securely. We're solving a lot of the same problems: visibility, control, secure access in a very highly dynamic environments that exist today. So at 1Password, we talk a lot about what we call the access trust gap, which is the disconnect between the tools that security teams can govern and the tools that employees actually use. That gap's only widened in the age of SaaS for all and now with AI. So our partnership with AWS helps us to close that gap for customers through integrations, through co-selling, co-marketing alignment. It really puts this trusted access controls right where the customer needs them. We've already launched the MCP server for Trelica by 1Password and the new AI agents and tools category in the AWS marketplace, giving customers scoped, read-only visibility into their SaaS environments without ever exposing credentials. And so with this SCA, we're not just listing our tools on a shelf. We're building together, we're going to market together, we're helping customers solve evolving security challenges every day. We're just thrilled about the partnership and really appreciative of the opportunity to do it.
No, that's great. I appreciate the response, and it really is a transformational mechanism for us. We believe in that shared accountability. We believe in robust governance because we know that that's how we can accelerate our growth in the work that we do for customers together. So thanks again for participating in it. I guess one quick other question for you is, you've touched on AI in a couple of ways. 1Password has a really strong stance on AI. You've made acquisitions. You talked about the MCP server that's been launched. Like, there's a lot of capability, a lot of technology. What's kind of guiding your approach and your strategy these days?
Yeah, look, this AI wave has just been incredible. The momentum it picks up every day is a sort of a new mind-blowing experience in the way the world is changing. But there's one thing that we feel very, very strongly about is we're not going to let AI shortcut our security model. Like, there are our security principles that we are going to make sure are applied in the way that we help our customers leverage AI. We spent 20 years earning our customers' trust, and we're not going to trade that in for short-term gains. AI can be very powerful, but it's not exempt from the rules that apply to everything else. Encryption, auditability, scoped access, user consent. These are all non-negotiables for us. There will not be raw credentials. There will not be uncontrolled access. That's the bar we've set. And if we can't maintain a full end-to-end encryption and least privilege approach, we're not going to ship the feature. It's just that simple. So our AI principles are designed to ensure that every product decision we make is through the lens of security, data privacy, and control. Never training on customer data, maintaining auditable logs for every interaction, requiring user opt-in where it makes sense. These are all sort of the features that we were bringing to the table there. So, if AI is to be part of identity and access workflows, it's got to earn its place just like all the other systems. And that's just the way we think about it. What are AWS customers saying about MCP generally as a protocol and about using AI agents securely? What are you hearing?
AI is driving the use case conversation everywhere we go. This is what customers want. They want to solve for the innovation and the capability that these technologies can provide their businesses. As I mentioned earlier, the use cases are expanding hourly, right? It's just a massive opportunity in front of us. But there is the requirement for strong governance, right? They want to go fast. They like speed. AWS and Amazon, we really align behind thinking big and moving with a bias for action, so speed works for us. And then from a technology perspective, you get a little bit more specific on the read-only audible approaches and things like that they really like about the capability. It's super important to them. And I think when MCP has the potential, when it's used correctly, when it's managed efficiently and effectively, like in 1Password's implementation, it really gives them the capability and the confidence to move forward with speed to leverage the technology. So I think the combination of things is super, super important to get right. And like I said, the confidence part of this, it is not a small thing. It is not a small item to instill the confidence, whether you're working with 1Password, whether it's AWS, 1Password, and system integrators architecting the path forward for these customers. We have to instill confidence, and we have to do it with robust, strong security tied into the MCP capability. So we're excited about it, and we appreciate the work that you're doing to help customers adopt. We're going to get a little bit more specific, right? So you launched the MCP server for Trellica on Marketplace. What is it? How does it help customers?
We're super excited about this. Really, the MCP server for Trellica, it gives AI agents secure read-only access to SaaS context, like application usage, license assignments, access mappings, etc. It's the kind of metadata that's incredibly valuable for security and compliance, but it's also non-sensitive data by design, back to those principles. There are no vaults exposed, no secrets shared, and no credentials anywhere in the flow. So it's super critical. And it's exactly the kind of use case where agentic AI can add value without risk. And we built it specifically to reflect that boundary. Because it's read-only in scope, there's no impact to existing IAM. It just works right alongside your AWS native tools and security stack. So customers can now detect shadow IT, they can monitor for access drift, they can improve compliance posture without expanding their attack surface. This is what we mean when we say access without exposure. It's automation, but with guardrails.
We're moving fast, and I think we've seen great success together. And most importantly, customers are excited, and customers are leveraging the capabilities that we're providing. I love the joint innovation roadmap. That becomes a real differentiator in our partnership. The closer our engineering teams work together to orchestrate the value propositions that we're providing, the more success our customers have. So that's awesome. And I think it's the kind of responsible design that customers are looking for, right? You've got real functionality, clear boundaries, and 1Password does not compromise on trust, which is awesome, and it's a great foundation.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. It's been a great conversation. What we're seeing right now is this real shift in how organizations operate, and AI is unlocking new possibilities. It's also redefining what trust needs to look like, and our partnership here is really highlighting that. We've always believed that security and usability go hand in hand. We're showing that through this partnership at scale, and we're just so thrilled to be partnered with you in this regard, and there's just so much more to come. We're excited to keep building together. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time and for your partnership.
Thank you as well. Speak to you soon.